hip hinge to high plank walkout. From standing position, extend the arms straight overhead. Hinge at your hips to bend forward and place your palms straight on the ground. Walk out to a high plank position. Shoulders should be over your wrist and keep your core engaged. Reverse the direction to return back up to start. Moving into push-ups. In a high plank position with your shoulders over your wrist and your core engaged, bend at the elbows and lower your chest to the floor. Then push back up to start. It's going to build strength and endurance for holding yourself up on the handlebars. Forearm plank. Start on all fours and lower yourself down into your forearms with your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Walk your feet back and find yourself in a low plank position. Keep your core engaged so your hips stay in line with your shoulders and squeeze your glutes and legs for additional support. This might seem like a core exercise, but it's also going to strengthen your shoulders. Moving to side plank to thread the needle. Come into a side plank position with your elbow on the mat and your shoulder over your elbow. Extend the opposite hand straight up to the ceiling. Engage your core and draw the extended hand beneath the opposite rib cage. Rotate back to start. Next up is a bear crawl. Start on all fours and with a flat back, press into your hands to lift the knees about 2 inches off the ground. Walk the opposite hand and foot forward several counts before moving backward. Make sure to keep a nice flat back throughout the entire movement. The next move is Superman. Start lying face down on the mat with elbows bent at a 90-degree angle and legs extended out behind you. Engage your back as you lift the arms and legs off the mat, then extend the arms forward. Hold for 1 count, then lower back down and repeat. This is a great movement to strengthen your posterior chain, which helps offset that hunched over position that we're often in. Next up, burpees. From a standing position, drop into a low squat with your hands on the mat. Jump your legs back out behind you and find yourself in a high plank position. Lower your chest to the mat before jumping your legs back in and returning to the squat position. You can either stand up or add a jump at the top. This is a killer total body movement for strength and cardio. Next up, arm circles. Stand with your feet about hip width apart. Raise both arms out to the sides and slowly move your shoulders through a circular motion. Take it for a couple seconds to the front and then a couple seconds to the back. Try this for a few minutes and you'll feel the burn in your shoulders. Next up, we have body weight reverse flies. Start with your feet about shoulder width apart. Send your hips back with a slight bend at the knees, chest almost parallel with the ground. With a slight bend at the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together to extend the arms straight out. Return the arms back to center and repeat as many times as possible. Mountain climber with twist. Come into a high plank position with your shoulders over your wrists. Engage your core and draw your right knee towards your left elbow. Return back to start and repeat on the opposite side. Continue to alternate as fast as possible. For more exercises